Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bakertron, and welcome to The Last Federation. This is a new game, came out yesterday, by Arcen Games, who are responsible for one of my favourite games called AI Wars, which is a very interesting real-time strategy. It'd probably be unlike any other RTS you've ever played before, and I highly recommend it, or at least that you go to the Arcen Games website, and I believe you can download a demo for it. But that's not today. Today is The Last Federation, which I think can best be described as sort of a Master of Orion style game, so a 4X space game, combined with, well, with you playing the Doctor from Doctor Who, just without the time travel. It's more, you know, you're the last of a alien race, you have a special ship and you fly around interacting with different species and helping them out, or you might be evil and harm them. Anyway, let's get into this game, so it's not just me talking a lot. Anyway, I'm going to start on an advanced start. There's a quick start option which you probably all should go for right at the start of the game, and I set it onto hard difficulty level just because I don't want this video to last over an hour. I plan on just going through until I die, and hopefully that'll only take half an hour, so we get a nice short video. And I'll put it on Iron Man mode, which is getting more and more common in these sort of indie games. It just means I can't just save it before a battle. I can only save and quit, so if I make a mistake I can't just reload it. I have to live with the mistake. And they've also put in, if you can see down the bottom, your save is automatically updated anytime something really embarrassing happens to you. So that's pretty interesting. I like that. Anyway, let's get started. Yes, we do really want to do Iron Man mode. Anyway, so this is the introduction story. I might try to do a dramatic race for this. This is us in the background here. Sorry, a dramatic race, a dramatic voice. So, I'm the last of a murdered race of Hydras. My countrymen were the dictators of the solar system, so we kind of had it coming. Yes, that is me above, and you are me. This is our story. I was the sole survivor thanks to a renegade mission I undertook, betraying my race to bring spacefaring technology to our potential rivals. My ultimate goal, the creation of a peaceful, unified federation of planets. Only then can we be safe from the kinds of atrocities my race committed, the kinds that were committed against us. Naturally, upon my crash landing at this planet, I was placed in captivity. Having no concept of my strength, they did not realize that I was merely waiting. I waited for years. Stardate. First, Proto 3000. My dream of a universal federation is as alive as ever. And now the Skylaxians. It's a race I selected at the start, although you didn't actually see me selected. You can select different races and you get a slightly different flagship from them. And so yes, they're chasing after us. They have a strong sense of honour. They disapprove of my race for centuries, but I almost convinced them, but now I've crossed that line. There's no going back now. Which isn't entirely true, possibly. So this is sort of the introductory battle, and it's fairly easy. And you know, a lot of things are cut down for this battle, and this is it's always sort of randomly generated terrain, but there isn't actually any terrain in this one. Our first task in every turn is to move, and then we can select our weapons down here and how they fire. So we've got auto fire, fire at selected ships, fire at selected point, and hold fire. So this is my sort of point defense gun. It's good against small craft, and I'm just going to use that. Now we have two ways of winning. We can either destroy the 3 enemy ships, and that will guarantee that they hate us for pretty much ever, but I don't want them to hate us. So if you can see this sort of blue beamy thingy, this means I'm docking with the station survey platform, and I'm giving them all of my tech unfortunately I have to sort of stay within that area. So I'm giving them all of my technology, and that means they're going to help us. Well, no, it means that they won't hate me as much as they do right now. Now, as you can see, my point defense guns are kind of shooting down these small fighter craft that they're launching against me. And up here I have my hull strength and my shield strength. So, and it just says I've just taken 22,000 points of damage, which is rather a lot. In fact, I've almost lost my shields, and I've still got 3 seconds to go. There's also energy management here, which isn't turned on because it's just early in the first battle. Okay, so taking lots of damage, but if I complete this turn without dying, I should be able to escape. So let's go. There we go. Okay. So we just end the combat, and we gave them all our technology, so now they only dislike us and they don't hate us. We took a lot of shield damage and some hull damage, and that was fairly easy. That's just the first sort of, this is how you play the game. It gets a lot more complicated and a lot more in-depth as things go on. And so that's sort of the first half of the game, the combat half. This is the second half of the game, which is the strategy half. This is a randomly generated solar system. The species themselves aren't randomly generated, but certain things about them are, such as their politics and whatnot, but we'll go into them in more detail. At the moment, we are here, and this is where the Skylaxians' homeworld is. This is how much they hate us, which is a lot. This is how well they're suited to their planet. So 1 or above is good, less than 1 is bad, so they're not that well suited to their planet. That's going to affect their population growth. This is the total amount of people on their planet, almost 200 million. That's the total combined power of their defense fleet at the planet, and that's the number of armadas at their planet. So they've just started off in space, and this time here is how long each of these species has until they get into space. There's some quests up at the top, so that's just various aliens wanting us to do stuff to help them. And actually this one looks interesting. So the Bory military want the technology for manned spaceflight. So okay. There's some sort of military operation going on in our upper atmosphere involving races that are already spacefaring. They seem to have found some sort of abandoned technology of yours. If we swoop in and manage to crash at least one of their flagships on our planet, we can use their technology to get ourselves in space. Nobody realised that you made this deal with us. They'll simply think you're trying to reclaim your lost technology. And if you destroy them, who knows, maybe you can. Okay, and this race is the most suited to their planet out of the remaining races that are not yet spacefaring. They'll make a very good ally. So yes. Right, so let's find them. Well, we can see their colour, so we just need to look for that colour. No, that's Ovad, Andors, Leko, Evuk. There we go. So we'll head over there. So they've only got friendly axe. There we go. Okay, so let's go in and okay, accept this quest. How do we? If we go, okay, okay, there we go. Right here. So on this one we have quests. So our objective is kill at least 1 flagship, and there's 2 potential left. There are Skylaxians and neutrals. So we have, this is a sort of defense tower thingy, and this is its cone of fire, and it's a mega lance. A strong gravity disruption beam, prefers to target flagships, and completely able to wipe out shields. So we want to get out of its arc of fire pretty quickly. and here this is an emergency response hangar. Hydra. Okay, fair enough. So there's two flagships, there's one there and there's one down there. So let's go for this one. We are going to move out and we're going to hold fire and we're going to keep to move. And I'm not sure these are counting as enemy, but it's Hydra tech. So basically these flagships are trying to steal this Hydra technology and we have to sort of kill them. So they crash on the planet and then try to recover the Hydra technology ourselves, I think. So let's see. First of all, we want to switch to our energy blaster, which is good at taking down shields. I forgot to do that right. Oh, we are still on hold fire, so fire acts as selected ship. There we go. And we're getting some good damage in. Then this is at the start of the game, so it should be fairly easy. And we also really want to try to dodge as much incoming fire as possible. Okay, the enemy shields are down. So now, once we get control again, we just want to switch to our gravity lance, which is what's going to do the damage to the hull. So there we go. Okay, now there's escape pods out, and what we can do is we can either destroy them, or if anything hits them, they will be destroyed. Or if we get close enough to them, we can rescue them and then do things with them. Okay, so this is the energy management. So increasing power to your weapons gives more damage, increased power to your shields, gives faster regen, engines give faster movement, better turning distance, etc. Just click on the various bars or use the hotkeys, the instructions, tooltips, however during each turn. The ship automatically changes, etc. Okay. So there we go, we've just rescued 2 pilots, that's good. And there's one other ship we can kill. Potentially, we've just got to survive all these hundreds of enemy ships. So what I'm going to do is increase shields and engines and switch to the minigun, which will shoot down a small craft, and auto fire and just cheese it. And hope we can do this pretty quickly. You can see it's starting to get rather crowded here. But luckily we can dodge most of these small shots. And now into combat, I'm going to just... Ooh. Oh, I see. Okay, the left click increases it and the right... No, yes, the left click increases it and the right click decreases it. So let's just... There we go, and then switch to that. No, we don't want to hold fire, we want to destroy it. So we've just got to survive. They should die a long time before we do, because it's early game and they're a lot stronger. So and then we'll have to figure out how to sort of... There we go. And if we end the combat... Right, so the Skylaxians lost 2 flotillas.
Solitary and dangerous. They may be a difficult ally.
Ooh, the computer said something. I really wish I'd heard that. Anyway. So, we gained 800 credits. The Skylaxians really don't like us. The Solaxians also don't like us because we took the other missions. The Boynes like us. We destroyed enemy ships. We might not have picked up the Hydra technology. We may have had to dock with those ships, or with those sort of 2 places at the start and sort of dock with them to get, well, to get the technology. Anyway, right, so you can do friendly acts, hostile acts, it's details on the planet, or you can contact their political systems. So they're quite, yeah, that's just background information on them. So this is how much we're liked. This is their diplomatic information. They're neutral to everybody. This is their leader, Specimen 3000. His priorities, his defense as time passes, circumstances change, and she may shift in her thinking and thus give you better deals. Each planet belonging to has a regent who runs it. The regent uses her best judgment to determine where priorities should lie. The current situation of a planet and a race are her sole concern when it comes to political deals. Regent priorities are based entirely around environmental, medical, economic and public order ratings for their planet. If you can improve those ratings, then you may put them in a position where they feel the best protection for themselves is solar unity. In such circumstances they become an extremely powerful ally, and bribery will increase our influence with them. So there's other possible deals. These change and increase as times go by, and they can just get you various different things. So this is like convincing them to make lots of ships, costs me lots of money, and will double warship production. It's fairly simple. So you want to do that to the races you like and your allies, and against your enemies you want to take hostile acts. So attack the local armadas, damage relations with the other race, and etc. All very simple. But let's, if we can, because this is already on for 16 minutes, do something nice for them. So we're going to destroy a pirate base. A pirate base. So let's take the action. And here we go, fighting with allies against enemies. So some of them have turned up to help. And these are them too. BPC Leningrad, odd name for an alien, and Paladin. And I can kind of see why Paladin might be a translated name, but Leningrad? So there's 3 pirate bases. We have one here. These are stored within Bowser. Crack it open. It's abandoned Hydra technology that only you can activate by bringing your flagship near. Okay, so we're going to have to grab that at some point. But first of all, actually I'm going to grab that first. Okay, I'm going to go over here, and if you look at the bottom left you can see the DPS of my various weapons. So my energy blaster is best against these turrets, and you can see the arc of the turrets. So I'm going to switch to that and just attempt to shoot down the turrets, open up this sort of angle of attack so my allies can get in and kill it. And let's go. I don't really want my allies to all die, but at the same time I kind of want to rush off and grab that for reasons that will become fairly appropriate. So I'm going to switch to that and auto fire, and just sort of move over here quickly. Oh, those are... I'll just clear out these and then dock. And there we go. We should have, in theory, then just picked up our first set of enemy. That's just destroyed my computer. I'm not sure if these are fens. Oh, we're not taking... Oh, we took a bit of damage, but... Oh, I think these are... Are they... Oh, let's see. Yes, they are allied. So this just got a lot easier. And of my own allies, there's one there. And I'm not sure where the other one is, so let's get over there quickly. Oh dear. Computer is dying. You're probably getting a frame rate of about 4. Switch to that and that one, and let's kill this. Is we on the right one? Oh, that's 5 exact points. We're on that one. I want to kill these bases quickly because, well, you can see why. Okay, we've got it. Right, 1 down, 2 to go. Shields are taking a bit of damage, but otherwise we're doing okay. It is quite difficult to tell what's going on at the moment, but we can see we've got our allies down here, just launching craft. They're taking fire from here. There's small enemy turrets firing at them, and we're just trying to slip in into these between these turrets to sort of kill this. Otherwise, it's going quite well. It should be dying fairly soon. Almost. Really? There we go. Okay, so last one down, and as you can see from the chaos of lots and lots of ships, most of these turrets are down. So I'm just going to switch to auto fire, and we'll shoot down. It might shoot down any sort of fighters that come nearby, and then switch back to that. Is that energy blaster? Yes, does the most DPS. So let's fire a point. We want that one. Shoot that. And then we should be done. Then kind of a fairly easy mission right at the start. There we go. So let's take a look. Technology to be unlocked. Hey, there's a new button under your basic info tab on the solar map. It shows what technology you and the other races have researched. By the way, don't worry about memorizing all this. You can read it anytime in your logbook. Okay, so there's nothing super complicated apart from how to say it, but once you're out of the check mark in your column, that's it. You know, technology, you do whatever you get from it. So lots of technologies. Anybody who's played a 4X space or any sort of 4X strategy games know how that works. There's a lot of different. Some benefit you, and those ones are grouped at the top of the technique grid. Increasing your hull strength, improving your science or manufacturing skills. A lot of them have no doubt. You're not a planetary power, so you don't need things like safe and nuclear power, for instance, but those technologies are immensely valuable to your allies and enemies. Help your allies what they need, and they are like you more. Don't underestimate the power of science. If a race gets far ahead in the number of technologies they learn, they can actually dominate an enemy race and much larger fleets. So, we can now research technology for people, and stuff. Under hostile actions for each race, you can now raid for technology to steal what you need. You do this, you first have to recruit an informant. So from that mission, I think it all went well. Gained some money, and we destroyed a pirate base. So we now have technology progress. And yes, so that's basically the gist of it. There's a way you can modify your ship. I'm not sure if it's activated yet, which is really annoying because there's the reason why I chose the Skylaxian carrier is because it has some really nice abilities, but I don't think they're turned on yet. So how long have we been going for? Okay, we've been going for 24 minutes, so I'm going to do one more mission. And I'm still not dead, which is quite strange. I wasn't quite expecting that. And let's see, shall we help someone out, or shall we be evil to someone? Right, these guys, us, where did we start? Okay, that's this right. What hostile acts? We can attack the Senate. Okay, I'm going to attack the Senate. And this is a super violent way to get a new batch of senators in. Unless you're trying to impress the blurs. Okay, so yeah, if you don't like their political system, it appears you can just destroy it. And pretty much everybody will hate us because it counts as an act of terrorism. Except the Peltians, who are intimidated by extreme violence. So as you can see, there'll be different ways of, you know, getting people to sort of fall under your sway, such as attacking the Senate. Oh, it didn't actually give us a mission. Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully they'll give us like a nice sort of space-based mission. But yes, we assassinated 13 of the 40 senators, assassinated their speaker, and now everybody hates us. Minus 194 influence. We can't. We can defend. Okay, yeah, we'll defend the planet. Let's just get one. Okay, so yes, we've all seen this. If destroyed, fully heals your hull. If destroyed, fully heals your hull and health and shields via neutrino tachyon awesome beams. Fair enough. And that's a security station. -2 influence if you destroy it. If destroyed, lets off some angry squadrons you then have to deal with. Okay, so we got our allies, and these are our enemies. Now, one thing I really wanted to show you, which unfortunately it doesn't seem that I can, is we will get extra abilities here, which are basically things like launching off fighter squadrons, which is why I chose the carrier, because the carrier can have 4 squadrons and they fly around and do stuff for you, or special weapons, do things like put all your emergency power to shields to give you lots of shields, health and stuff, and cloaking devices and all that. It is quite a shame that they sort of removed that from the early game, because it was awesome. But hopefully we will get it fairly soon. I'm not sure if I will. I may just continue this Let's Play into various different. Okay, well, I was going to say I may just continue this Let's Play, but I'm kind of dying. But well, let's just fly around and try not to die, and just see how it goes. So this is on the harder level. So this is why these ships are not dying so easily. They have 1.5 times the health. My own hull strength is starting to take damage. Do I have it on, like? Oh, I have it in auto fire. Okay, may help if I just specifically target that ship. Oh, it's tough. Okay, so it's still 37,000. So this or the next volley should kill it off. There we go. Okay, but I myself have taken damage. But we're at almost half an hour now, so yeah. And as I said, you can rescue enemy pilots or allied pilots, and then you can either give them back for influence, or you can sell them into slavery to make them hate you even more but get money. There's a black market where you can get research, and I think you can get missions, and you can buy equipment and whatnot. So, yes. And there's also combat speed. So, oh, there we go. It doesn't have to. I don't. At least I think there is a way somewhere in the options to make this not turn-based, or that was in previously. So, oh, I somehow. How did I just regenerate all my shields and health? That's quite strange. Maybe a bug? I was really close to dying as well. I should put on. I should switch weapon. Really. I only just realised I didn't have the right weapon. Got a lot of damage. Lots of damage. All the damage. And I shouldn't have to say, but once your ship is dead, you are dead. You are gone. The end of the game. So, there we go. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you check out this game. It gets a lot deeper as the game goes on and lots of things open up for you. This is just very much a taster session. If you have enjoyed it, please check out the developer's website. It's now available on Steam, it's on GOG, I think it's on the Humble Bundle or the Humble webpage or something like that. But yes, hopefully you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much and goodbye.